Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. As most of you have likely heard by now, just several hours ago, news broke that Judge Torres denied the SEC's request for an interlocutory appeal, which just means expedited appeal. Fantastic. And my very last video, I covered it. And so if you're looking for specifics about that, I covered perspective from several attorneys, broke down a bunch of the stuff that Judge Torres actually wrote, and she raked the SEC over the coals, so definitely encourage you to check out my very last video on that topic. But let's talk a little bit about price right now, because a cool thing happened as soon as this news broke. There was a notable jump in XRP price in very short order. But now, at least at the time that I'm recording this, and mind you, it's only been several hours since the news broke, it seems to have stagnated a bit. What's going on here? So some people are questioning, is XRP broken? Do we have to poke it with a stick or something? No. And I know this might be frustrating for some people, but here's the thing. To me, this makes logical sense. There are some people paying attention. There are some people in crypto exuberant. It's enough for XRP to have responded to this news, and the timing lined up perfectly. This is the reason XRP jumped. But, as I've been stating here, ad nauseum, it seems to me, there are not a lot of people paying attention to crypto right now, which is why I always say, kudos to you for paying attention. This is the most important time to pay attention. During times when there's not complete and utter euphoria. This is the time when preparation should be made for one's portfolio. That's what I believe anyway. And so as I'm paying attention, you're paying attention, but most of the world isn't. And so you can even think about this. There's only about 4% of humans that have ever held a cryptocurrency at any point in time. And most of those humans right now, out of that 4%, are not thinking about crypto or paying attention to it on anything even coming close to a regular basis. It's like it might as well just be an empty room. Now, there's enough people after 14 years that it doesn't feel as empty. People are always talking on social media. I'm here, you're here. I got it. But look, I'm going to expand upon that. I have perspective from one of my favorite chart analysts on this very topic. He addresses the issue. What's going on with XRP? But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so upon this fantastic news breaking, the SEC suffering another devastating loss, I shared the news as posted by attorney James K. Filan, and so I reposted that on social media platform X, and I wrote the following. Judge Torres has denied SEC request for appeal. XRP price jumped roughly 6% in about 20 minutes and is currently 54 cents. And so I'll note, I posted that at 6:32 p.m., so that was maybe, I don't know, about a half hour, maybe a little more than a half hour right after. Yeah, I think it was slightly over 30 minutes after the news broke. I'm pretty sure. Well, here, we can check the chart to see it. So here's a 24-hour chart for XRP. You can see it just looks like a cliff just developed out of nowhere. This is 5:55 p.m. The price of XRP is 51 cents. And then you can see, here we go to get to the top. Yeah, 20 minutes later, it's at just a hair shy of 55 cents. So it jumped almost 4 cents in 20 minutes. So I know 4 pennies might not sound like a lot to you, but percentage-wise, it still is. That's not a bad move, actually. But especially when you consider 20 minutes, that is impressive. But still, you can see it's come back since then and mostly moving sideways. What gives? This is great news, right? Because people were allegedly, in theory, worried about an appeal from the SEC succeeding, which, to me, it's hard for me to buy the narrative. I think people just got excited here, and fair enough, that's fine. But I'm still wondering, who is the human out there that was like, oh my god, what's going to happen with XRP if they successfully appeal? Who's even thinking that? Because Judge Torres explicitly stated on July 13th, which is XRP Victory Day, XRP is not a security. But bringing the point home even further, the SEC wrote in no uncertain terms, they were very precise that they're not going to pursue appellate review, meaning they're not going to appeal on whether or not XRP is a security. They literally told Judge Torres that. So who are these people that are coming out of the woodworks? Oh, it's safe to buy XRP now. That's not computing to me. So there's euphoria, and I think it's a lot of follow the leader. That makes sense to me. But as far as it's actually being more meaningful because of this, I don't buy it. It was already a slam dunk victory. We already knew this. It's either that or I'm wrong, and most people don't know what the hell is going on in terms of the actual news. And so fine, maybe I'm giving people too much credit. You guys let me know. But that's just what it looks like to me. Either way, there's still this question. What gives? Why move sideways? Well, take a look at this. One of my very favorite chart analysts out there, Credible Crypto, he shared the following with his 346,700 followers. And I will note, Credible Crypto has always been, for as long as I've known him, very bullish on XRP. At one point, XRP was his largest holding. It might be now, it might not. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, he is a hodler, but he also trades a smaller portion. I know that, and that's fine. He is a trader type, but he also holds for long periods of time. And so in terms of what's, a couple years back, whenever I saw him publicly state that, I don't know if there's been a change in terms of what he's been holding, or if he bought a bunch of a different cryptocurrency, so now he has another number one in terms of that, plus prices change. But either way, regardless of the state of that, I just wanted to let you know this is coming from somebody who has been through thick and thin bullish on XRP. He's definitely part of Team XRP. For he's a valuable member of our community. Just to be clear here, and he's addressing this issue. So he wrote "pump incoming" and he shared the little popcorn emoji. And it's true, there was a pump. There's an impulse. It's just, at least to this point anyway, short-lived. And fine, maybe by the time you're watching this, something magical happens, and XRP will be tomorrow, by the time we all wake up, 60 cents or 70 cents or something crazy. Okay, super duper, and then just disregard this video, I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't actually disregard it because the points are still valid here, because even if that happens, the points stand. And the point being, you'll see as we go through this, and this is what I argue, there's just not enough people in crypto right now. That's the problem. Why isn't XRP priced higher? There's an insufficient quantity of demand. And that's not a slam against XRP. It's just noting that the entire asset class moves in tandem, and there's not sufficient interest in crypto right now. That's it. It doesn't mean that there's some sort of defect with XRP itself. Hell no. XRP is the best positioned large cap coin on the planet for tremendous gains. That's my personal opinion. And so here's a post from Credible Crypto, and this was at 6:17 p.m. Central Standard Time, my time zone, and so this was after that really big move. It had just finished. We'd already seen XRP go up, whatever the percentage was, 6%, whatever it was, and go from about 51 cents to close to 55 cents. Credible Crypto wrote the following, and he's sharing this XRP USD chart for those of you looking at the screen. I'm not quite sure what to expect here. In a juicy, liquidity-filled market, this type of news would pump us to the stratosphere, but in current conditions, a lack of liquidity is something that weighs on every coin and every pump. So for now, the only level that matters is around 60 cents, in my opinion. We get past that, we fly. We reject there, and it just means we aren't ready yet, primarily due to a lack of liquidity in the space right now. That being said, this is awesome news, makes me even more excited for XRP when new money begins to flow back into the space, and Bitcoin breaks new prior all-time high, and has increased my long-term conviction in XRP. Spot on. And so I haven't talked to him about this exact topic, but this is in line exactly with what I've been saying for a very, very, very long time. And you don't need to be a chart guy to understand this very simple concept. There aren't enough humans in crypto right now, but it's cyclical, and they come. And so when there's not as much excitement around, it's neat that we saw a pump at all, frankly. It's not a defect with XRP. That's all that this means. There's not, the way he worded it here, there's not sufficient liquidity. That's it. That's it. It's not XRP specific. It's the entire asset class. It's pretty incredible stuff, frankly. And then in a separate post, Credible Crypto shared this XRP USD chart, and this one is hourly. The one I showed you before, this is a weekly chart, XRP USD. So the one that I'm sharing you now, the second chart from Credible Crypto on your screen here, XRP USD 1 hour chart. And he wrote the following: no change to this idea. So referencing what I just shared with you, he says, no change to this idea either. Just a retest of the breakout so far. Still looking for 55 to 60 cents as long as Bitcoin doesn't completely nuke, which I don't think it will per my last tweet. XRP. So there you go. Unless something happens disastrously to Bitcoin, don't expect XRP to break down. Not that it's impossible, but he's speaking in terms of probabilities. There's nothing wrong with XRP here. If you're wondering, what the heck, we got more great news. It's okay. It's the same situation. So mind you, there was way more excitement July 13th, and understandably so, because that was the big one, right? This is still cool. This is really big news. But the July 13th news was even bigger, obviously. And still, that didn't even quite double the price of XRP. I'm still impressed because it almost did in a matter of several hours or whatever it was. But that showed you there's not sufficient liquidity, not sufficient attention being paid to crypto in general. If we got that news, can you imagine we got that news or the news we got today in, like, say, April of 2021? Because XRP was already at about $2 in April of 2021 when everything was euphoric. Can you imagine if that was the ending time for this trial? What do you think XRP would have done? Is there a person listening to this that doesn't think that XRP would have just rocketed off? Because that was when we had the diamond hands and the laser eyes and all that BS, all that silly ass nonsense. And if XRP had that level of legal clarity amidst all of that excitement, what do you think would have happened? I'll guess here that had that occurred, and we can never know this, but I would hazard that that would have rocketed XRP to an all-time high. If it were at that exact moment in time, because XRP was already rocketing and was moving in correlation with the broader crypto markets. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. So you guys let me know what you think. All I just want to make this quick video just to let you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. And inevitably, things come back. People are going to get euphoric again. You know, the price of XRP isn't going to flutter around here forever. It's the same is true for the broader crypto asset class. We're not just going to fast forward 5 years from now or 10 years from now and then see that the asset class for crypto is less than 1.1 trillion, which is what it is today. It's just under 1.1 trillion dollars. No. Fast forward 5 or 10 years, it's going to be way more than that. Okay, it's not going to hang around here. So when the people come back, that's when the excitement happens. But just understand, being in crypto, like, I'm excited. I enjoy following it every day. Not everybody does. Maybe you're like me and you do enjoy following it very regularly. But just understand, most of what it is to be in crypto, it's a lot of sideways price action and downward price action, and there's some up along the way, of course. You know, time is every X amount of time we're peppered with some positive price action. But in terms of the big moves that result in life-changing wealth for people in crypto, those are infrequent. So it's like either you have exposure when those things happen, and nobody knows for sure when they're going to happen. Either you have the exposure, and then you have the opportunity for the life-changing wealth, or you don't have the exposure to the asset class, and then you don't get that opportunity. So for me, I don't care. I'm excited about it, and I just hold. That's it. But everything's on track. There's nothing wrong here. This is fantastic news. And as far as I'm concerned, Kim Jong-Gensler, supreme leader and dictator of the SEC, can't suck it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.